Well, this is normally cleared out. This is where I'm storing all the extra stuff. There's more over here on the table, which has been shoved over here in the corner. There's the dog's food. Well, that's normally there anyhow, but I've got light fixtures. I've got my surround sound speakers down. I've got the air conditioner heating registers out. I've been doing some sanding. I do have a mask to continue with this project. I've got some ceiling texture and some wall texture just because we're doing some work over here in the living room right now. All the pictures are down. The ship's wheel, you may have seen it in some of the other videos. I do have the hummingbirds still hanging up and they're still working. And I've got a cat supervising, doing a CAT scan over here on the ladder. Loves looking outside at the birdies, the hummingbird feeder right there. Anyhow, we're getting ready to repaint. I've got the surround sound speakers down from the four corners. Smoke alarms just hanging there. The other one's hanging there in the hallway. I do have a light. Ceiling fan is down at the moment. There's normally a surround sound speaker in that corner and another surround sound speaker in that corner also. And so we're going to be repainting the whole living room as well as ripping out the carpet and putting in the vinyl hardwood. It looks like wood, but it's actually plastic. I'm getting ready to do the baseboards right now. In here, the wife's already done that one and that one, as you can see, nice and bright white. This is the cabinet where everything basically lives. I've got old school Sony CD player that I purchased brand new. I've got my surround sound receiver with a couple fans. I'm here to keep it cool. Oh, look at that, an old school CRT TV. And I do have my Dish Network receiver, which is recording something at the moment. A couple of VCRs for dubbing, and then there is my internet modem and router, and I do have a couple of fans keeping this cool. They didn't really engineer this stuff to last very long. And down here I've got my printer. Got some LED lights set up over here. So when I open the door, it lights up, and then this is just junk. My UPS backup down there on the floor. It's a 1500 VA backup, and all of these batteries are connected to it to provide extra power in case of an outage. But that's what's going on. Sorry the videos have not been coming more regularly, but getting ready to do some repairs on the drywall. And the whole thing started basically when this area right here started leaking, and it caused the roof to basically cave in. I'll try to put a link up here in the corner right there to the video of when this actually happened, but that's what's going on. I left my security camera up there, do have all the speakers disconnected. I just got to move this entertainment center out of the way, which does have the Sony subwoofer in it that I did put a din-on amplifier, and I do have one center channel speaker connected, and that's it at the moment. I did block off the whole house fan over here, and then all the fire sprinklers have been removed. That's the one that leaked. It's actually up in the attic right now, and you drop back down when we have completed this task. So yeah, that's where we are. That's why videos have not been coming. I try to do videos every 3 or 4 days, and it just haven't had time because of all the work that's going on in here. And obviously the cat does see something outside. Anyhow, on to the video. A Panasonic, I think it's a DMR-485V possibly. But yeah, that's where we stand right now. Okay, so I've got most of the workbench cleared off right here. I do have a brand new keypad fix to do the wife's bedroom remote control. And I do have some LEDs for the Samsung, what is it, a UN55H6302. I'm not quite sure, I can't remember the model number. Some of the information has been redacted, just slightly right there. But on to the main event. Okay, on to the main event. Here it is, the Panasonic. This is a DMR-EZ485V. And the customer did label this thing, so it is his own. So I did redact a little bit of information right there. Let's take a look at the back of it. And let's see, March of 2010. So this thing is, wow, 14 years old already. So I have not had extremely good luck with these units. When it comes to the DVD, I remember being a Panasonic servicer when these things were brand new. And they'd come in only a few weeks or months old, and they would have a DVD recording issue. And so all that we could do at that point was order a replacement drive for the unit. And we get the new drive and we'd put it in, and sure enough, it would do the same thing as the original. They were extremely, extremely finicky drives. And usually after about the third one, we would actually get one that worked. So let's take a look at the inside of this unit. Let me spin it around. And there is the inside of it. So what we'd end up doing is just replacing the complete DVD recorder. So, wow, the video head is really hard to turn. Might be some goo on the rotary transformer, but it's coming around. I should have tried it first. I wonder, is this guy having a problem with the DVD portion or the VHS portion? So I think what I'll do is power this on. I'll get a video capture device connected to the jacks back here, and we'll see what it wants to do. Let's power this thing on. AC power has been applied, and we'll see if we get anything on the capture device. Nothing yet. I'll go ahead and hit the power button. And I get absolutely nothing. Unfortunately, the customer put a big sticker right across the clock display. So I can't even see if the clock is lit up. I get absolutely nothing. So let's go ahead and check the fuse. See if the fuse might be open. Oh wait, something just happened. I heard a sound. I still have no output. Hit the power button again. I am showing current draw on the variac, the isolated variac. So it is trying to do something. Okay, let's redact that thought about checking the fuse, because it is pulling a little bit of current, but it never actually powers up. Can I get the drawer open? And it's showing, oh, let's see, about 25 to 30 watts of power draw. What does it state on the back of this unit? Well, it does state 40 watts, so it's probably close to that. I never get fan spin, Louis Rossman right there. I never get fan spin. The fan is perfectly free. I would expect the fan to actually start at this point. Okay, is the loading motor for the VCR frozen? No, it turns freely. A lot of times they have to find themselves, the mechanism that is. And it is actually moving the carriage. So it does appear to be in the home position. Do we have a power supply problem over here? I wonder if I can find any kind of service data that lets me know what I should be seeing as far as the power supply goes. I don't see any bulged or puffed caps, which is a very good sign. This does travel underneath this little DVD encoder HDMI output little board right here, and then it ends up back over here on this side. So it's odd that it's trying to power up, but it's not actually powering up. I wonder if some of these jumpers might lead me to a test point. So let me see if I can find a service manual for this unit, and we'll continue from there. One moment. Well, for some unknown reason, it decided to come on. So I'm thinking a bad cap somewhere, because it's been sitting here for probably 5 minutes or so, and I heard a little squeak like the power supply started. It's pulling about 30 watts right now, and if I go ahead and hit the eject button, it does say no VHS cassette and tray open. Well, let's get a VHS cassette and put in here and see if it wants to try to play the tape at all.
and was rejected. Matter of fact,
And yes, it actually is playing back a VHS tape. That's a 2-hour tape. How do you, well, I got the remote. How do you stop it? Stop. Oh, it's not stopping. Pull open. Okay, stop. Okay, there, it did actually stop. Let's go ahead and pop a DVD into the tray right here and see if it will try to play a DVD. This is one that I recorded, if I can get it to unhook from the other one. This is one that I recorded on a customer's unit. I hear the power supply chirping, so I think it might have a bad cap. So how do we switch this over to the DVD mode? Drive select. Okay, let's hit that. Nothing. It's trying to load. Another drive select button on the remote. Display. I think it is in the VHS mode at the moment. Oh, here we go. The button on the front. Duh. DVD. There we go. Cannot copy. Please insert a recordable disc. I don't want to copy. I just want to play it back. Okay, let's try that again. See if it'll play back. Maybe pushing the buttons got it all discombobulated somehow. Making sounds. Trying to read, maybe? Processing. I'm not sure what's going on. I do hear it trying to read. And what's interesting is the fan is actually running at this point. And it was not running before, so I'm thinking we need to check these caps. I wonder if any of these guys are starting to get warm. No, everything's... The regulator's quite warm. Wow, that's the switch mode regulator. Yeah, these are all nice and cool. There's probably a rectifier. Cool, cool. Still not loading. What the freak? Let's hit the play button. No, that's the VHS. I don't want to play the VHS. Stop. DVD mode. Yep. Really right now? Oh, that's the copying button. Duh. Well, let's take the tape out. We know that actually works. Okay, tape has been removed. How do I switch it? I had a button in here that said drive select. And it does absolutely nothing. Are the batteries dead in the remote? Well, they're Costco batteries. Now, let's get a voltmeter. One moment. I get what's not tangled up in everything else. Okay, there's volts. Hopefully you can see the display. 1.559, that was perfectly fine. 1.555 with a little bit of corrosion on the bottom of it. We'll try to wipe that off. Oh yeah, look at that spring. Hang on, stay in the toothbrush. Where are you? Well, there's the big one. I wanted the small one. Well, don't get into my feet then, doggone it. Okay, definitely better. Let's see. Let's put this one up in the top. Hopefully you can see kind of what I'm doing here. I'll put that one in the bottom, and then we'll just go ahead and hit the volume button here. And I see absolutely nothing. This should show up on the camera. Let's shut off the lights and make it a bit darker in here. And I'm getting absolutely nothing from the remote. Oh, I'm a ding-dong. You got to put them in the... No, I did put them in the right way. I'm not a ding-dong. Thought I was for a moment, but no. Nothing. No, remote does not work at all. Is that the problem? Okay, one moment while I try to decipher what is going on with this thing. Well, after I sit here and chewed on this disc for long enough, I decided to give up. So I'm going to power this thing off. One time it did pop up saying that the disc was incompatible. Well, I don't see how it's incompatible because on the Magnavox I clicked make recording compatible. So it should be compatible. So for the fun of it, let's go ahead and pop the top off and see if there's anything in here that we can actually get to. Oh, look at that. There's an optical pickup right there. Holy moly. Let me zoom in on that one moment. Okay, well there is the top of the optical pickup. Let me get a flashlight, shine on it. It's definitely got some haze. I think there might be some tobacco use going on here. Because the whole machine has got this yellowish tinge to it down here, gold colored. So let me grab some glass cleaner. You probably can't see it, but yeah, well, no, you can't. Squeeze out a little bit of it, get a cotton swab. This will be a Q-tip branded cotton swab. I'm going to dip it in the glass cleaner and then I'm going to fling the excess off just like that. And then we'll go ahead and just give this thing a cleaning, the lens at least. Now, unfortunately, I can't clean the internals. There's going to be a prism and a mirror inside there, and there's no way I can actually get down there to clean it. So if it has the dreaded nicotine disease, there's nothing I can do about it. When I guess I could toss the whole optical pickup in the dishwasher and see if it gets down in there to clean it. What I'm doing right now is, I should have showed you that, I'm actually cleaning the turntable to get the crud off of it. And there is a serious amount of crud on it. We'll hit it a second time with a nearly dry cotton swab. And yeah, that's much, much better. Back to the question at hand. Does this look any better? I'm going to say yes. It looks a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the top back on the unit. Let me zoom out so you can actually possibly see it again. So there is the top, using my walkie-talkie flashlight. I do have other flashlights. They work perfectly fine, but I find that the walkie-talkie flashlight is just bright enough and it doesn't flicker. It's not a pulse width modulation LED. All right, there's one. There's two. Three, and last but possibly not least, 4. Okay, disc. Let's go ahead and pop the disc back into it. Power on. We'll see what it wants to do. It should try to close the drawer, I would imagine. And it's doing that thing again. I wonder if these have a boot up sequence where it just takes like a couple of minutes to actually do the boot. So I'm going to cut away and I'll come back in a couple of minutes. One moment. Okay, well, it did close the drawer all by itself. And on the... Really? Gonna open the drawer again? It just opened it all by itself. I guess I should have it over here. We will close the drawer once again. Tray close, it says on the screen. Reading. Actually, it's doing something. That's a good sign. I should start the capture device. 3, 2, 1, capture. And look at that. It actually found the disc. So let's go ahead and hit the play button. And it's actually playing the disc at this point. I don't know how to skip because the remote is dead in the water. It does not do anything. We'll try it. Maybe it says odd ultrasonic remote. No, it's not. It's definitely infrared. There's the infrared emitter right there. The remote does absolutely nothing. I guess I will go ahead and pop the remote open and see if I can find something wrong with it. I guess I was just not waiting long enough for the DVD to boot, I guess, maybe, something. But yeah, that's actually working. I don't know how to switch it. Once again, stop. So DVD, video, RAM, that did not come up before. Drive select, please wait. No SD card, okay. Press it again, please wait. No USB, press it again, please wait. No VHS cassette. So we know the VHS actually does play. And yes, the VHS is playing perfectly fine. Stop. And drive select again. Oh, please wait. I'm too slow. And we're back on the DVD video. Play. Please wait. Oh, I pressed it too many times. Really? This thing is so slow. USB. Back to VHS. And press again. And we should be on DVD. Play. And it is playing. Okay. So I guess it's just me not waiting long enough for this thing to actually boot up. I did clean the optical pickup and that seems to be perfectly fine. I wonder if I should try to make a test recording on this and see if it will actually record. I guess I can donate a disc to it and we'll see what happens. Let me get this set up. One moment. Oh, I do have a brand new blank DVD-R in the drive right there. But I need to try to find out if I can make this remote actually work, because how am I going to program it? How am I going to set the record time if the remote does absolutely nothing? And then how is this thing going to open up? Oh yeah, it's going to fight me, that's for sure. I guess I need to get my butter knife from 1978 and see if I can get into this thing. I've taken out the 2 screws already. And yeah. It's not opening. Come on, open up. All right, one moment. Let me pop this thing open. All right, trusty Montgomery Ward butter knife to the rescue. Thought it said MW on here somewhere. Well, the spoons do at least. So, remote is open. Let's try to get it out. Ooh. Oh, it's all nasty in here. Nope, LED is attached. I'm going to go ahead and do a cleaning on this. And, uh-oh. Let's try to get a macro zoom on this. One moment. Oh, look at that. I see nastiness. Definitely got some hair lodged in there, but look at that corrosion. Right there. Hopefully it's focusing on that. So I'm going to have to go ahead and wash this thing with dish soap and hot water and see if that makes a difference. Look at all that nastiness right there. What's the rest of the board actually look like? Lots of oil. And the oil migrates through the membrane. I have to turn it sideways here. Oh yeah. Oh, nasty. That's all finger oil. Well, maybe potato chip oil. But as far as the connections go, the LED is soldered in there. Excellent. There's the ground from the batteries, and then there is the positive of the batteries, perfectly soldered. No issue whatsoever, but that might be the whole issue right there. All right, I'm going to wash this thing and we'll give it a try in a few minutes. One moment. Well, shit, I don't know where the audio dropped out at, but I went ahead and added a little piece of enamel jumper wire between that trace and that resistor right there because it was open. I could measure it with my voltmeter. I was not getting my 3 volts on this capacitor C1 right there. And I can't make out the value on it. It's just a little guy, probably a 100 mic at 6.3 volts, something like that. So I went ahead and washed the remote, all looking good, got it all put back together, and then it still didn't work. So let me get a flashlight here, and I'm going to place the remote on the flashlight and take a look at those pins going into the chip right there. The upper left pin not connected, the next one not connected, next not connected, next not connected, next one not connected, next one not connected, and that one in the center of your screen may be connected, next one not connected. I can see light between the pin and the trace, and then next one goes under the chip. I'm not sure the status on that one, and the next one down is actually connected. I can't tell on the next 2 underneath at all. So I'm going to recommend at this point, it's probably going to be cheaper just to get a replacement remote to take care of those corroded pins right there. No wonder it doesn't work. And on this side, there's really nothing we can do. And so there's the jumper that I ran. And yeah, that's where we are. So at this point, I'm going to recommend the customer get a replacement remote so I can finish checking this unit out. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Okay, here we go. Panasonic DMR-EZ485V. Check, check, check. Audio sync, 1, 2, 3. Oh, damn it. Well, let's try this again. All right, here we go, part 2, or try number 2. Check, check, check. Okay, audio sync. It is recording. Three, 2, 1, capture. 3, 2, 1, capture.